Gaga, can I ask you something?
I'm listening.
Gaga, you are a warrior. What does a warrior fight for?
I made an oath to fight for Mikala, but I failed to save Mikala.
Mikala? Gaga, is she the one you care for?
Mikala is my fiance. I loved her.
Mikala is dead?
She disappeared with the village.
Oh, I see. So that's why you're so down. Well, let me tell you, I assure you Mikala is alive.
Is that true?
Probably.
Phew.
Oh, look, a shooting star! Lucky Cookie Zucchini!
That's crazy, crazy moon people. I love them. I love them. Alright, we're continuing into this dungeon. And we're gonna knock this one out in record timing. Oh no, not my abs. Oh well. Doesn't matter. I'm already ridiculously powerful. As it is. I don't want a bomb. Please, no more junk in my inventory. It's so hard to keep it clean as it is. Okay, so. Hey, how are you? Are you doing well? I hope that you are. I'm doing pretty well, other than it's a little chilly today. I'm a little done with it. I think this is coming out in like, I don't know, late April or something. So hopefully it won't still be. Oh my gosh, my abs became full. Yes! This weapon is nuts. Ah, get out of my face. Get out of my face. Good grief. Yeah, so, hey, how are you doing? How are you doing? Say it like, dear Wallace, we miss you greatly. My poor man, my poor boy. I have to do some fan art of the only man that cared. Oh my gosh, Mimic City here. Repair powder. I especially don't need that. Thank you, though. Is this another abs? Tell me it's another abs. Nope, monsters pump with energy. Oh well. I can use that, though. Yeah, so last couple of topics have been kinda heavy, but I mean, like I like real talk, you know? Like actually real talk. I think that's kind of like a keyword, buzzword right now with the influencer types. Yeah. They wouldn't know what's real if it struck them upon their forehead. But yeah, I mean, it's heavy out. It's real heavy out. So I don't mind, you know, talking about things somewhat. I don't really want to get into, like I keep saying, I don't want to like get into politics. I consume politics basically 24/7. And yeah, I try to keep on top of it, and I've always been an active voter, and you know, not really like an activist. Never went to like a rally or anything like that. But I try to stay informed, and I try to stay on top of the news and all that. And yeah, I mean, the news gets off on being depressing, so I don't really recommend it, other than just basically staying informed with what people are doing, which is hard to do because misinformation is legal for some reason. I don't really understand why. I would prefer laws, but, you know, we live in interesting times, as they say. So, just gotta get through it. But yeah, what are you doing to stay motivated, and what are you doing to stay positive? Like, what are you working on right now? Whoa! I mean, I've talked about a lot. Obviously, I'm working on a video game, my first video game for my first company. I mean, I say I'm working on it, but I have a dev. Like, I'm trying to make a publishing company, actually. So I can make games, and also I can help other people make games with, you know, funding and such. And I'm hoping that I can kind of spawn a lot of little studios who will kind of team up, and I don't know, maybe we'll make like a a game union and a web dev union. That would be my jam. Okay, let's go to the next level real quick before I keep talking. Yeah, so that's what I'm up to most of the time, and that's kind of like what I work for, you know what I mean? Like, I can't work for a house, because it's ridiculously expensive. Carrot, best item. I can't, you know what I mean? And all these basic things that, like, everyone dreams of. You'll have a nice house and a nice job and all these things. But these things seem out of reach to me, so I put my money towards something else that matters to me, which is a reasonable business, which hopefully I can take full-time, and an unreasonable business, which is my hobby, that is like the most important thing to me and I care so much about, and it's just my deepest passion, and hopefully that one can also go full-time. And yeah, and these things take time, so now it's like, well, I had to go to work and stuff. I'm no longer spending money on like frivolous... Woo, wrong person. Hang on now. Hang on now. Yeah, for a long time, I just kind of fell into the trap of capitalism, of trying to like soothe my emotional wants with objects and stuff that money could buy. And now, instead of just buying things, I'm making jobs, basically. Not like super great or full-time jobs, but low-stress jobs where people are actually appreciated and aren't tortured. And I'm hoping to expand it so I can actually like give a lot of benefits and stuff. So yeah, oops, wrong character. So yeah, so that's like what my work and my money and my time is going towards now, and that gives me a lot of like purpose to grind. Whoa, I thought I fell off a cliff for a second there. I got a little scared. Yeah, so that's like what's giving me the motivation to keep going, you know? Rather than just come home, work, watch TV. You know, that was my life for a long time. And before that, I would work and I would come home and I would make YouTube videos. But like I said before, it kind of got lost, and it was starting right at the beginning of the really toxic influencer thing, where people were being really freaky if you weren't perfect. Like, I had somebody comment on one of my videos that my nails were too long, and I always really try and keep my nails super trim, which to me is dumb, because people actively pay... Oops, wrong character again. Am I confused, or do people not actively pay to have nails glued onto their hands? So, like, what's the problem with having long, actual human nails versus long nails you purchased and are plastic? I don't really understand, but I guess I'm not, like, a fashion person, so whatever. So, yeah, that was right around the time that I kind of went on my 10-year hiatus. I just kind of remember looking at that comment and being like, are you for real? You're not for real. You're not like understanding what it is that I'm doing. That if you're coming here and you're commenting on the length of my nails, like, this is not a fashion channel. This is not a girly girl channel. This is like me painting video game models. You know? The only piece of jewelry or, you know, decorative whatever I have on my channel is like a freaking armor ring. Somebody recently brought that out, which I was a little amazed at, that people are actually looking at some of my older stuff, which, you know, makes me happy, because they're not good videos, but they were fun to do, so I don't know. I hope people do have a little fun watching them. Oh, my feather broke. Anyway, this is super long-winded, but my point is, like, what are you working on, and what are you working towards that's keeping you satisfied, you know? Like, I'm not just talking about a hobby. The hobby is kind of that thing. Like, hobbies are kind of invented to engage you with capitalism, so you have to keep coming back to buy something, you know. And it's important to have hobbies, but you know, they're very for someone else's benefit in the long run. Like, you do it to distract yourself, and then you're really putting money in somebody else's pocket. But you do have to have a hobby, but like, you know what I mean? Do you have something more going on that is like your muse? Like the sculptor said in Jack and Daxter. What is your muse? What is making your grind into a work of art, you know? Oops, I went the wrong way. Good grief. And, you know, you might have one and not really realize it. So if you're feeling like, oh, I don't have one, and now you're feeling bad, don't feel bad. You probably do have one, and you're just not thinking about it. Like, it might be providing your fur babies with the best, oops, wrong thing, with the best possible life. It might be, you know, taking care of your children. It might be, you know, planning your next traveling vacation, or you know, going to like a card competition and you know, winning. Or you know, things that go a little bit beyond just like a hobby. You know what I mean? Like, when I think of a hobby, I think of you're just kind of sitting in the corner spacing in, and that's good because you do kind of need me time, but something that kind of gets you out and gets you going and is a reason to work. You know, I guess a hobby can do that too. I'm not really like trying to judge or draw lines between things, but I don't know. Tell me about yourself. What do you do? Like, what is it that you do your job for? What is your job, and how are you doing? Anyway, this is getting long, so next episode I'll try not to be so rambly, but I'm kind of enjoying the topic, so I'm just going a little crazy here. But yeah, anyway, if you liked, give a like, and have a great rest of the week, and bye!